As a 90s kid, I was never big into Looney Tunes. I was more of a Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh type of kid. Remember, Looney Tunes actually started all the way back in the 1930s, and that's actually a testament to their longevity. But what Looney Tunes does have that some of my most favorite cartoons will never have is that it's forever intertwined with the GOAT, Michael Jordan. And there is one specific shoe that, although at the time of the original release did not have this nickname, it has since been forever tied to one of the characters of Looney Tunes, and it's back for the first time since 2013. Air Jordan 8, Bugs Bunny. And the shoe is dropping on December 20th for $215 in the United States. Of course, it is an OG colorway. Michael Jordan did wear this shoe on feet in 1993. Now, the shoe did come back in 2003 as well as 2008 as part of the Countdown pack. It last returned in 2013, so it's been 12 years since we've seen this shoe. But of course, it has a very strong connection to the character Bugs Bunny. Of course, Michael Jordan teamed up with the Looney Tunes.
Of course you know this means war. Air Jordan and Air Jordan.
What'd you expect? Elmer Fudd?
Nice shot.
Isn't that lovely? Yes!
Pebble Beach.
This is no way for a pamper superstar to travel.
What the shoes?
And they're all mine.
Give me those Air Jordans.
No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no. Take these or else.
First impressions of the shoe. Love it. Honestly, all three OGs of the Jordan 8s are delicious. The playoffs, the Aqua, the Bugs Bunny. Honestly, any day of the week, my mood can change and my favorite will also change. So when the Aquas came out and returned this year, I was like, it's probably my favorite Jordan 8 colorway, but seeing these up close in hand, I'm an all black sneaker lover, but just the brushstroke here is, it is so nice. I love this colorway, and something about the 8s, I've never really quite loved it when I was growing up, but I think the nostalgia and the 90s kind of look to it has really grown on me in 2025. I think it looks so different. Starting to really love 8s. And the materials on the shoe, you will see majority leather, and the leather here, nothing like super premium. It is decent. It also doesn't have like a super heavy type of polyurethane coating all over, and the leather is also like just white. There's no aging, no like slight off-white to it. And on the ice stays, as well as the heel of the shoe, you will just see gray suede, and it is like very buffed down, short hair type of suede. It's not like the most premium type there. And on the strap itself, on the heel, that is just synthetic nubuck, and it says Air Jordan. And on this red piece here, it is just plastic. Now, of course, the most distinct thing about the Jordan 8, it is this X-strap here with the 23 and very 90s retro type of font. I used to really not like the 8s because of the strap, but I don't know. Whatever it is about the past 3 to 5 years, 8s has just really grown on me. I think it's just how 90s it is, so much nostalgia that comes with a silhouette like this. It's really grown on me. And then moving up the tongue, you would just see white laces, no extra laces as part of this shoe. And at the very top is Jumpman with the chenille red, white, and gray, and the blue Jumpman in the middle. This tongue is actually part of this inner booty neoprene system that wraps around your feet very nicely, also stabilizes it a bit, also feels very comfortable too. Now, one thing you always really got to look out for with shoes that come with straps is you don't get your laces caught in that Velcro part and then you have to rip it off. It's kind of a pain to like put your laces on for an 8, but you got to work for some really nice things. And on the booty here, you do see that pull tab. You'll see the Velcro extends all the way back, even though your straps aren't as long to like completely cover it. And then another very distinct thing about the Jordan 8, it is these TPU rubber panels on the mudguard here and these brushstroke patterns that I think, apart from the straps, gives the shoe the most flavor. That just looks really cool, very different. You see that on the medial side as well, though it is a smaller piece. And moving on to the cushioning of the shoe, the Jordan 8 does come with just a polyurethane midsole with a Nike Air unit and the heel as well as the forefoot. Now you will see a little bit of glitter on the midsole here on the gray parts. So unlike past retros like in the 2015 Aqua 8s, They removed the glitter, but recently in the 2025 version of the Aqua Retro, they returned with the glitter, and the OGs actually did have that slight glitter to it, and you will also see no aging here on the sole, just white, just like the OGs. And then moving on to the outsole of the shoe, you get this honeycomb outsole with, again, that beautiful brushstroke pattern on the cutout here. Love that. And of course, you get that Jumpman up at the top. And on the insole of the shoe, again, you'll see this beautiful kind of pattern. And thankfully, it is a polyurethane insole, molds to your feet, adds a little bit more comfort. So they definitely wanted this to be a pretty special release, and I love it. I'm here for it. And the box of the shoe, just a Jordan Jumpman box with black paper inside. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 8s. I usually just stick true to size. Fits me pretty well. I really like this neoprene type of inner booty system. It just wraps around your feet quite snugly. It's not too tight, so there's no issues with the toe box. It can come kind of stiff out of the box with the polyurethane midsole. Not a ton of responsiveness. It is still a pretty heavy shoe. It did come out in the early 90s, so underfoot, it is not the best, but I just like how it feels around my feet. And that brings the total sole score of the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny, 31 out of 40. A pretty good score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. Love it. Just love it. It is just... I won't say it's 10 out of 10 because I reserve those for like absolute bonkers grail status, legendary type of colorways, but it is right up there. This is a delicious looking shoe. And in terms of the materials, I won't say it's crazy premium. The small amounts of suede is very buffed down. I don't particularly love that, but overall, I think it is decent materials. Nothing too surprising for a Jordan Retro. And in terms of the comfort, I think 8s are a little bit above average compared to other Jordan Retros. So I think the 5s are the best, 3s are super comfortable, 8s probably around that kind of mid to good tier. And in terms of the versatility, I think the silhouette of the 8 is obviously a little bit much. Super retro, super 90s, and the strap is just, I don't know, it's not everyone's favorite. If you're talking about like a general audience, I don't think adults just look at an 8 and go, oh, so versatile, I can wear this anywhere. And in terms of the wearability of the colorway though, majority white sneaker, that is super versatile. But the other hints of colors like the red and the blue and the gray, all pretty standard, nothing too much, nothing too bold, nothing too out there. I think it's slightly more wearable than the Aquas or the Playoffs, because I do generally think a 90% white shoe is slightly more versatile than a 90% black colored shoe. So I think it's a pretty wearable colorway, just not a very versatile silhouette. And the throwback of the day, a super rare shoe. It is the Jordan 8 Q Rich that dropped in 2007. So this shoe actually released at House of Hoops, and it was limited to only 24 pairs. It was a PE for Quentin Richardson, who was playing for the Knicks at the time. Before that, he was part of that 7 seconds or less team that really revolutionized basketball at the time. Played super fast paced, put up a bunch of points, barely played in defense, but very fun to watch. But then he moved on to the Knicks, and as a Knicks fan, can they please do a general release of this? This is such a great colorway. Please, please, please drop this. There was another Jordan 8 that actually released at the same time. It was the Jordan 8 Sugar Ray, again limited to 24 pairs. And if you don't remember, House of Hoops was an initiative set up by Foot Locker. First opened up in Harlem, and it was a focus on like basketball sneakers. Please bring this back, especially if the Knicks make it far into the playoffs this year. We need to see these. I need to get my hands on these. Come on. Aside from the OG colorways that have returned in the past 2 or 3 years, the Playoffs, the Aqua, the Bugs Bunny, there's been some sneakily really nice Jordan 8 colorways. Like the Soulfly Jordan 8 collaboration, I've always loved. You had the Jordan 8 Rui Hachimura colorway. That is absolutely special. But my favorite out of all Jordan 8s, OGs always have a special place, of course, but I can't choose, honestly. I change my mind all the time when it comes to this Aqua Playoff or the Bugs Bunny. I don't know. I just know that I'm glad I have these in hand finally. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.